Welcome to CB Offroad Adventures. Today we're taking you southwest of Superior, Arizona, where we try to find some historic sites in the area. We travel to Reymert Mine to experience the significance of this landmark and even find some amazing petroglyphs and wonder what they mean. But first, we must get to the trail and air down our tires for the adventure ahead. The start of Reymert Mine Trail is just east of the Highway 79. We get on the dirt and are excited to be away from the city traffic and back into the calming outdoors. We arrive later in the afternoon, so we have to make good time on the trail, but more importantly, the cloud-covered skies make it seem like a storm is coming. Off-roading in desert landscapes during a monsoon storm can be beautiful, but depending on the terrain can make it very difficult to navigate. From slippery mud to flash floods, when exploring during rain in the desert, you must be cautious. Reymert Mine Trail is a pretty easy trail for the 4Runner. The trail is rated 4 out of 10 on Onyx Off-Road, but we did not have to put Duke into four-wheel drive even once this whole trip. Some people love difficult trails that are technical, but we seem to be more attracted to the destination rather than the difficulty. There are trails in the area that do require an experienced driver and a lifted four-wheel drive, but today we're taking it easy and are just happy to be out in the dirt adventuring.
As we pass massive saguaro cactus, we can't help but think about how beautiful the desert is. Yeah, it might be a little brown to most people, but with the lack of rain and the excessive summer heat, it makes this landscape unique. Plants that grow here are made for this climate, and they have to be resilient. Desert succulents swell up to absorb water and store it. Creosote bushes can go for up to 2 years without water, and even the mighty saguaro can hold up to 1,000 gallons of water to survive these harsh conditions. We reach a closed gate on the trail that we must pass to get to the mine. This is a common occurrence around this area on the trails, but if you're new to this hobby, you might have asked yourself, should I leave this gate open? Should I leave it closed? Does it even matter? Well, it does. These gates are usually up to control livestock in the area, and you should always leave the gates the way you found them. Remember, having a gate open is not always a bad thing because they could be trying to move livestock from one area of the desert to another. Make sure to respect these fences and gates and be good stewards of the trail.
As we drive further down this dirt path, the road gets rockier, but nothing an off-road vehicle can't handle. If you are ever out here exploring, make sure to watch out for cholla cactus, which is also known as teddy bear cactus. This cactus will stick to anything it touches and is difficult to remove. We are currently on state land trust, which requires a permit, but halfway through this trail it turns to BLM land. Luckily, a state land trust permit is easily acquired online and is only $20 for a year. There is a decent amount of state land here in Arizona to explore, so if you're adventurers like us, I would suggest buying a permit every year to keep in your vehicle. Once you pass the Reymert Mine sign, the trail goes into a wash. Bigger rocks are present in the wash, but as long as you're paying close attention, you'll be able to easily navigate around them. We continue to take this wash all the way to our first destination, the Reymert Mine Ovens.
These are the Reymert Mine Ovens. Their story begins back in 1878 with a man named James DeNoon Reymert. Reymert was a prominent figure in Arizona's early days, and after discovering this mineral-rich area, he had a vision for this place. James was not only a prospector, but an influential newspaper editor and a politician in the Arizona Territory. In addition to the mine, James Reymert also established the town of Reymert near the mine site. The town served as a hub for the mining operations and included various amenities such as a post office. Today, there's nothing left of the town due to it being bulldozed back in the late 1970s. The remains of 2 processing kilns and a number of stacked stone foundation is all that is left of this once thriving mining operation. This mine produced primarily silver, but also had significant deposits of gold, lead, and zinc. The mining operations included both underground and surface mining. During its peak, the mine was a hub of activity and significantly contributed to the local economy and growth of nearby towns. This mine was located within the Arizona Mineral Belt, an area known for its rich mineral deposits. The work was hard and dangerous, but the promise of wealth and a better life drove many to take the risk and work here. The minerals that were mined from this site formed over 1 million years ago due to the fault zones in this area and the magma that cooled before it reached the surface.
After years of operation and several boom and bust cycles typical of the era, the Reymert mine eventually ceased production and was abandoned. Due to economic downturns, fluctuating metal prices, and the depletion of easily accessible ore, the mine just could not stay open. As we walk around this historic landmark, we cannot help but think about what it was like working here in the late 1800s. These miners and their families paved the way for infrastructure to come out west with the hope of striking it rich. Today, the remnants of Reymert Mine are a symbol of Arizona's rich mining heritage. It reflects the broader history of mining in the American Southwest, where prospectors and miners played a crucial role in the development of this region.
All right, guys, what'd you think of the mine? Pretty neat, huh? Having some pretty great history out here, but that's not our only historic landmark we're gonna go see today. Now, we're gonna go see some petroglyphs up on this same trail. So, let's go check out some more history around Superior, Arizona.
We go back the same way that we came from to get to our next area of interest. Through the wash, watching out for large rocks on the trail, and back to the Reymert sign we saw earlier. Now instead of going left towards Reymert, we must go right towards Cottonwood Canyon. The terrain on this side of the trail is similar to what we've seen so far in our adventure. Nothing too difficult to overcome, but still has the beautiful scenery of the Arizona desert. The storm is getting closer to us, coming up from the south, and the daylight starts to disappear behind the clouds. But this was not going to stop us from seeing our next truly remarkable landmark.
These are Hohokam Petroglyphs. Looking at these amazing etchings makes you wonder what they truly mean. The truth is, only those who were there long ago know the original meaning of these writings. Some petroglyphs seem to be drawings of very ordinary things like animals and humans, but even ordinary images can be symbolic in nature.
Archaeologists have asked living relatives of the Hohokam people, and they say that these drawings are sacred, and all petroglyph sites are connected to one another, to the people and all of life. It's kind of nice to think that everything is connected in some way. We keep walking around this amazing landmark in awe, thinking to ourselves, how are these even still here for us to experience? And as the day ends, we appreciate the art that was left for us and the beautiful desert landscape we got to gaze upon and the history we learned on this amazing trail.
I want to thank you for watching and making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit the thumbs up, and if you would like to watch more of our upcoming videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you have an off-road track in Arizona you would like for us to explore, don't hesitate to leave a comment or reach out. This is CB Off-Road Adventures, and we hope to see you out on the trails.